Welcome back to another video. I've got another product in from Banggood. This is the Xiaomi LED monitor light bar. Quick look at the specs. Do note the maximum output around about 270 lumens. So I'll do my normal unboxing. The user guide's in Chinese, so that's no good to me. We'll get straight on to the LED light itself. You'll note this does have a sort of frosted cover, which gives a more diffused light, plastic on the ends, and there's just some more information on the aluminium case. The whole case on this is metal, apart from that bit there with the two contact points. I'll show you the included controller now. This is push and rotate, so you have different controls on this, which I'll show you in more detail. Finishing on this is sort of a soft touch effect. It does feel fine. It's plastic with a rubber on the base, although it does pick up finger marks quite easily. I just unlocked that now to show you the battery compartment. You can see the marking there. And this takes two AAA normal batteries. You don't get any supplied, so I usually use the rechargeable ones. Here's the supply cable, type C to type A, 1.2 meters. I would have liked to have had a longer cable with this. That is a bit on the short side. This is the main mount now that holds the light bar, and I'll peel off the protective covers. This has quite a bit of rubber on it as well. It is mostly metal, and that's why you get that additional weight that you'll need to hold it in place. But you have the rubber covers top and on the back part of it, so it gets a good grip onto the monitor. There's your two gold-plated contact points that connect to the light bar. Unlike some of the ones that are out there, the power on this goes straight into that bracket and then through to the light bar rather than directly to it, and they're using the type C on the back. I'm glad they went with the type C connector on this because it's a much more common connector, and it's also much more robust as well. That's what I've found personally. The attachment on this is magnetic, so it just clicks into place, and then you can adjust the angle around as you want. You have about 25 degrees on that, which doesn't seem a lot, but once you have it on the monitor, it does make quite a big difference. The magnetic connection, I would say, is strong enough. Unless you drop something directly from above onto the bar, you're unlikely to see it come off. Now I'm going to make a point showing you this on a monitor, and I've put the size on screen. The maximum size that you can get out of this is just over 3 centimeters, and the actual distance that you have from the back part to the monitor is just over 1.5 centimeters. For most monitors that's going to be fine because they have a flat back, and you shouldn't have any problems with curved monitors because they don't really change thickness that much. But this particular one, which I'll show you now, which is an Acer monitor, for some reason on the back panel that goes out quite a bit in an angular shape, and that means to say that this light bar won't fit onto that. There just isn't enough adjustment on the cradle part. Just something to bear in mind. I thought I would show you that, so do check the sizes. Here's the operation, very straightforward. Push it down, single press on and off, left and right as your power levels, push and rotate, then that adjusts your color temperature. The last mode that they have, Xiaomi are calling the PC mode. To get into that, you just give it a long press, and that takes you into around about 50% brightness and the warm Kelvin level. Did do a quick power consumption test on this, and you'll see the results on screen. Doesn't use a lot of power, to be honest, and there's also a chance that you could, perhaps if you have a power cut, use it with a power bank in an emergency. I'm just going to give you a demonstration of the light now on a monitor. This is dark now at night, just to give you an idea of what you can expect in terms of the output. I've tried to match it as close as I can see it with my eyes. The desk is about 1.2 meters in width, just to give you an idea on that. And then I put the power level up. It's quite bright at the top power level, and I'll start to shift over the kelvins now. And there's a total of 8 different settings for that and 15 power levels. Of course, if you want to, you can mix it in between so you can get something which is neither too warm or too cool. We call it daylight for want of a better word, sort of halfway, around about the 5000 kelvins. What I found with this compared to the BenQ, which I talked about a bit earlier, and I'll show you the controller on that in a minute, is the light is a bit more diffused, and it's also got a lower output on the lowest level. Haven't seen a problem with it hitting the screen at all. Though you'll see the plastic bezel, it does sometimes hit that when it's fully adjusted in. The BenQ, which I'm showing the controller on here, that is nicely made. It's very solid, it's aluminium, and it does have an automatic light sensor. To be completely honest, I don't think the difference between the BenQ and the Xiaomi is worth the price difference. The Xiaomi is much cheaper. you do have the advantage of a non-wired remote. The real world performance between the two is very similar, but the BenQ is much more expensive. So based on that, I definitely think the Xiaomi is the one to go for. If you've got any questions on this, do drop a comment below. It'd be nice to hear from you, and I'll catch up with you in my next video.